Good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy Monday evening. Hope everybody had a safe day today. Everybody's out there safe, watching what's going on, watching over your loved ones, making sure everybody is okay. Look, we're going to get right into this Monday motivational video. So before we get started, do me a favor. Nephew, tap him right there. Tell him to sit down and pay attention because he's going to need to understand what's about to go down. Cousin, tap her right there. Tell her to sit down and pay attention to this video about to go down. All right? So focus. Everybody focus in. Come on in. Come on in. All right, so listen. This video, we're going to talk about FHA loans. The significance of your first time purchasing a home. So if you're a first time home buyer, so I'm talking to your newbies out there. I'm talking to the millennials out there. I'm talking to anybody who's never purchased a home before. Anybody who... even if you purchased a home before, but you didn't go through the FHA program, this video is for you. All right. So why do I say go FHA the first time out the gate? Is because it's very, very simple. FHA offer government programs that they will assist you with your down payment that you only have to come up with 3.5% if you qualify. All right. So what does that mean? Right. You ask, oh, what does that mean? So what that means is that instead of having a traditional conventional loan where you have to come up with sometimes anywhere between 3% all the way up to 25%, sometimes even 25 to 30%, depending on, your credit structure and the structure of the deal and the structure of the home, right? With FHA, if you only have to come up with 3.5%, you have to take a moment and think about that and how to strategize that program that they have to make it beneficial to you. Let me unpack that. If this is your first time buying a home and you go FHA and you only have to put down 3.5%, I don't care if you're single, you married, have a child, or have children, buy a multi-family property. Yeah, let me unpack that. Buy a multi-family property. And here's why. First time out the gate, you buy a duplex, right? When you're acquiring this duplex or you're applying for a loan for this duplex, some banks will allow you to use a certain percentage of the rent that's already coming in off the duplex before you even own it as income to your income to qualify for this home. Yeah, facts. So you can use up to 60, maybe sometimes 70% of that rent to go towards your monthly credit towards what you have to pay for your debt to ratio monthly without doing nothing but finding a property with a tenant in it, right? So then once you acquire that property, now you have a property with a tenant in it. You're going to be living in another unit. The tenant is automatically going to be adding towards your debt that you have every month with this loan or line of credit or whatever you utilize financially to purchase this home. It's a win-win situation. And even if you don't want to stay there because you outgrow it, you stay for a year or two, then you rent out your unit. Now you have 2 units in a multifamily building that's bringing you double income in that you can put towards the next property that you're about to purchase. It's not rocket science, but you have to be ready. You have to mentally be thinking about this plan. You have to be ahead of the game. So if you're looking to go FHA and you're buying a single family home, and then you get in there and then years later, now you're like, oh, you know what? Now I want to buy an investment property. Well, guess what? Now you might have to come up with a conventional percentage, which may be anywhere between 3% to 20%. When you could have utilized the FHA program and system because FHA will approve a multifamily home. So now why come up with more money when you can come up with less money and get more money on the back end? Listen, I've done it, been there. And it works. It works. And it makes your life much easier if you're looking to get into this real estate league to acquire more properties. Make your first home multifamily. Right? Now, some people might not want to go the multifamily route. So some people purchase homes, single family, but then they rented out rooms of that particular home, which is okay. There's really nothing wrong with that as well. You can rent those rooms out. You can live in the basement. You can live in the garage. You can live in a small portion of the home and rent out the rest of the house to collect that residual income to help save up to get the next property. That's a plan as well. I've done that as well. But if you do The FHA 3.5, you're putting down less money and already have a duplex structure of the home that you have already. It's a win-win. It helps you start to build your portfolio. So remember, go FHA if you can. And if you can go FHA, try to grab a multifamily property first. You'll thank me later. All right? Stay traditional. Stay transitional. Stay transparent. Truth is proof.